to the farm. Today we're working with Georgia on trailer loading. So we are headed down to the trash dump. And Georgia is in the back of the trailer. She's hollering a little bit, but not too bad. She got in the trailer fine, so she wasn't too awful traumatized from last time. So we'll see how it goes this time. We made it down to the trash dumps. I had a bunch of trash in the back of the truck I need to throw out anyway. And it's about 3 miles down the road, so not too far. Still gives me plenty of twists and turns and different things like that. We did pass one vehicle, and I was able to get up, to full speed. So she's getting the simulation of driving around. At the trash dump, we stopped and waited while I dumped everything out, and we're on the way back home now. And one of the most important skills for your horse to have is to be able to get in and out of the horse trailer and ride calmly. I mean, I think that is something that people struggle with. I know I have had horses that have struggled with getting in the horse trailer, and nothing would test my boundaries of patience like a horse who would not get in the horse trailer, especially after a long day of riding. All of a sudden, I really dislike horses a lot when they won't get in the horse trailer. And I was very lucky that I got trained by Nancy Faulkner and Pete Rhoda. He came and he did a clinic at Nancy's one time, and Honey was very young and very green and inexperienced, and she wasn't a bad loader, but she wasn't like the greatest loader either. But also the biggest issue with Honey's loading skills was me. Like, I was blocking her, and I'd spent all weekend learning about body language and where you needed to send your energy and everything. And then when it's time to go home, did I learn anything? Hell no. Hell no. He was like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your body? And I'm like, I don't even know. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. And it wasn't until Pete actually took my hand in his and showed me what he meant by using the energy. I'm like, I've been a massage therapist my whole life. I've taught yoga my whole life. I know these things, and I can see it in other people, but you just can't. Sometimes you just can't see it in yourself. And it takes somebody else, physically taking you by the body and showing you. From that moment on, that was one of the biggest lessons that I ever received, and has been extremely useful ever since. Was that small moment in time. I think it was less than 2 minutes of the entire weekend, and I have not had a single problem loading a horse ever since. So anyway, back to Georgia. She gets in the trailer really good. I mean, she's really getting that part of it. We take her time, and there's no rushing or forcing, and she hasn't had a problem jumping in the trailer. It's just the last time we went for a ride, the semi truck passed us, completely terrified her. I mean, I could feel it right here through the truck, and I pulled over and checked on her. She was pouring sweat, eyeballs about to bug out of her head, and I was like, I could keep going and stress her out even more, or I could turn around and take her home. And so I did. And so now what we're doing is we're just going on smaller, shorter trips around the neighborhood, around town. We go next week. We're going to try to go back to the vet again, which is about an hour and a half away. She's got to get her first Coggins pulled, first set of vaccines by the veterinarian, different things like that. Get a full checkup, their teeth looked at, and I want it to be as good of a visit as possible. And so hopefully whenever we get back, I don't feel her rocking, I don't feel her screaming. I hope we're just in the time that I'm talking to y'all, we are back to the farm now, and we'll see how she feels about getting off. Yes, sweetheart, you look good. Okay, you look good. Good girl. Now, one thing that I do is I always let her sit in the trailer for a little while. So we sat in there for like maybe 3 to 5 minutes before I decided to get her out. And today is also her first day of learning how to back out of the trailer. Before this session, I've been letting her turn around and jump out because of her size. But today I am having her learn to back out of the trailer. And now we have been working on backing up on the ground and also backing up over ground poles, tarps, pieces of boards, things like that. So she's already used to things hitting the back of her ankles. And one cue that I use is I use the word down when I get them to the point of where they have to step down. So I use the word back up until they get to the point of where they have to step down. And then I add the word down so that they know where the end of the trailer is. And so here you can see the swishing of the tail. And she was still quite nervous, so we just stood there and relaxed for a few moments before I asked her to step her front legs down out of the trailer. And then we'll spend the rest of the time just eating grass and relaxing until she's ready. But not too bad. So I'm just going to let her eat some grass right here around the trailer. So I left her in the trailer for a few minutes because I don't want her to think that as soon as the vehicle stops that it's time to get out. And so I also did the same thing when I put her in the trailer. I just left her in the trailer for a little while because I don't want her to think that as soon as we get in the trailer we're leaving either. So I want her to always kind of be surprised, like she might have to stand in the trailer for a while. And but I want her to be relaxed and calm when she gets out, and I don't want her to like try to get back to the herd too fast once she's out. Oh my goodness, that truck's scaring you now. So I'm just going to sit here and eat some grass. And when she blows out and she's nice and calm, then I'll take her back over there to the rest of the herd. And I hope y'all enjoyed this short video of our trailer training session with Georgia, my yearling Carolina marsh tacky. And y'all stay tacky.